everybody. Just wanted to do a quick video about some crystals and stone energies that I have here. I have some of these listed in my shop. The other ones, I was making room for my larger crystals, like my aura quartz, titanium, and my spirit quartz, my spirit fairy quartz, my cactus quartz, but so I switched some of them out for that. I really hope that you can hear me in this video. It's been a really long weekend and a long day. It's Monday today. I believe it's the 9th, of October 2017. So, okay, let's get started. First I want to focus on my oils that I got. I got this from the lovely Shawnee from Shabby Witch. Found a long time ago. That you can see the Archangel Raphael oil it's pretty done, like it's pretty much done, you can't really see, but it's almost finished. She makes them also per my request if I need them really fast, and if for some reason I can't make them myself because I move a lot and I live out of hotels for now, but she makes them in the little 2-dram or the dram vials. They're really pretty. But yeah, I have some lavender, and I have a peace oil, but it's in one of my boxes. It's actually in the box beside my bed. And the Archangel Raphael, I've got my crystal points, my rose quartz, Reiki, and Labrador. I love these. I hold them sacred in my heart. Some success oil right here, and some Gabriel oil that I'm really low on. But I believe I have 2 more little drams left, and I've got another little 2-dram in this, and this is actually a 1/2 ounce. So as you can see, the 1/2 ounce versus the 2-dram sizes, they're just so lovely. I can't get enough. I've got my Himalayan salt rock candle holder. Sorry, I'm really tired right now, but my friend Heather, she inspired me to make a video. I just saw her lovely video that she did of her collection, and this isn't of my collection. This is actually going to be up for sale in my shop very soon, but and also be sold on, it can be sold through PayPal, through Instagram as well. This is one of my beautiful wax burners that I use. It's a manual one, it's not electric. I have a tart in there, abundance, and the success one right here I just lit. And there, excuse me, my daughters are sleeping in the background. That's another reason why I am trying to keep it low. This is the success tart. And my beautiful rose quartz candle holders here. Some of my really favorite candles, as you can see, love, love, love red. I love the Apple Orchard. It's so beautiful, by Better Homes. So my abalone shells back there, and my candle holders back there. I didn't want to light a whole lot of candles, but I also have my bay leaves and my beautiful warm apple pie. This is one of my favorite scents. It's actually my man's favorite scent. And this is my favorite one, apple pumpkin, right over here. They're both red. They both complement each other really well for the root-based chakra. Of course, my bay leaves, like I said, they're always organic. I love these. They're my favorite organic ones. Okay, so this one is my blue goldstone wand. It's the very last one. I just sold it. So I'm going to pack this right up to one of my new clients and send this right out to her. These were gifted to me by a shop on Etsy, an owner. She intuitively chose them and sent it out to me, which was crazy because they have been on my wish list for some time. Like, they really have. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oops. So the Florite and the Tiger's Eye, I am getting rid of these. They were from my personal collection. They're beautiful. I just don't have enough room or use for them right now. I mean, they're so huge compared to the other like fluorite gems. It's a beautiful, beautiful fluorite slab right here. This one's got purples and greens in it, and this one is gorgeous. If I like hold it, do you see that? It's like translucent. She's gorgeous, so beautiful. This I was selling for a set. I think it's still on my Etsy shop right here. The Tibetan quartz and the tangerine quartz right here. I was selling this as a trio set. This is a fluorite, a rough fluorite cluster, a beautiful amethyst cluster right here. Look how, I love how this one, she's cut so beautifully, look at that. And a very large, you can't really see the size here, rose quartz here. She's gorgeous, but she needs a new home, they all do. This one was a gift to me. I know it was like a New Mexico, like fire quartz, or it was a long time ago in like 2015 or late 2014, I believe. I think it was 2015, but these are some of my beautiful fluorite little gems that I go out for only $2 on my Etsy shop. I've got a, let me see, this one here is ametrine, oops, and aventurine. I have a little health glass, sea glass bead right here. It looks very much like aventurine, but this one's sea glass. And this one's actual stone. This is actually a stone holder, like a crystal holder. Can't think of the name right now, I'm so exhausted. This one was a gift to me. I believe that this is like snow quartz. I would have to look it up. I don't have a crystal Bible, but I do need one of those. A beautiful amethyst gem. You can see this, she's chevron, she's polished. Beautiful quartz. These are all in my Etsy shop. Sodalite. I love sodalite. It's so calming with that beautiful sky baby blue color that he has to him. Another clear quartz. I love this. Clear quartz is so magnifying, and it's used to clear and charge other crystals. If you don't have sage, actually I highly recommend saging it, washing it with soap and water, depending what kind of crystal it is. Not hematite or anything that can scratch or rust, but do a sage bath and then lay your crystals touching the clear quartz, and then they shall charge and cleanse. And you could charge them, I mean, they will cleanse. I have these beautiful crystals. This is sold as a trio bundle in my shop. Banded, beautiful, polished carnelian, another clear quartz, and a citrine. So gorgeous and beautiful. This is like a grounding set. I have a gorgeous, gorgeous set right here. Another, look at the rainbow in that. Did you see it when I turned it? It's so gorgeous. There, this is in my shop. Citrine, amethyst set, crystal set. I had these up in my shop right here, and then I don't know if I took them off. I'm always so busy with my 3 very young children right now. 2 of them which are toddlers. So sometimes my memory is not that great, but I did have these in my shop. This is a beautiful chevron amethyst point. You could wire wrap this and wear it around your neck, or wear it as a bracelet or an anklet. This is a beautiful rose quartz pendant. I will be selling these, all of these. A beautiful aqua aura. I want to see if I could turn him. And then another aqua aura. He's a pendant. Gorgeous. I will be putting these up for sale. I'm going to be listing them as a bundle. Let me see here. What else I have here? So, okay, I have the beautiful not aqua aura, sorry, excuse me, angel aura points. That's a set that's up in my shop right now. I have, this one is gorgeous, and this is one of my very first stones, chrysoprase, chrysoprase, excuse me, chrysoprase. And he's wonderful for healing certain ailments. I did charge him one time. He is not for sale, but if you're interested, give me a quote and I'll match your price, as long as it's reasonable, of course, and I will ship him right out to you. He is my only stone of that kind, but I could still, I can get anything that you need me to get, or send you out anything. A gorgeous, beautiful, tiny labradorite, polished, a beautiful rose quartz. And this one is a gorgeous blue goldstone. So this one actually belongs over here. Excuse me, I don't have a camcorder. It's all done from my phone. Another clear quartz. I love clear quartz. A beautiful amethyst, polished amethyst. This one's actually so much larger. She's for sale. She's in clearance right now. She's gorgeous. She's been trying to look for a new home for some time now. My beautiful cat's eye. Excuse me, there's some bay leaves over here. And the last two green cat's eye crystals I have up for sale in my shop. I need to re-up on these actually. And a very, very gorgeous citrine. Look at him. I mean, gosh, I love the energy of him. Such a good stone for uplifting joy, abundance, prosperity, manifesting. Look at the rainbow inclusions. It's like they glow. He's just glowing. Absolutely adore. I also have, I loved this. It had a beautiful gray, and I love lavender and gray together. When I was a little girl, I used to love those colors together. It had a beautiful suede gray material going through her, and it was a necklace that I listed in my shop. This was never charged. Excuse me, I have to get a drink really fast. And I also have a Mookite Jasper star here, gorgeous. This was in my shop. A gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous malachite here. Great for heart chakra healing and connecting and opening up the heart chakra and breaking any bonds that no longer serve you to people in your heart chakra who you've had relationships with, or who have hurt you, or any karmic ties there. This is great for heart chakra healing. I wish you could see the real green that this one has. He truly is a gem. The only one of him of this kind. And a gorgeous, fluorite gem heart, which here's another gem heart here. But like I said, I got her as a gift, so I feel like I can't get rid of her, sell her. Like it would be wrong. Those two here. I'm going to turn him over because he's got beauty on both sides. I love, oh my gosh, just love him. I'll never be coming off him. And over here, a little rainbow moonstone, another labradorite. And I sell these in sets. I sell dream sets, divination sets. I do a metabolism, speed up your weight loss set. I do peace sets. I do happiness. I do so many things. Anti-anxiety, dispelling anxiety. Forgive me, I'm so tired right now. The grounding Gaia sets. I have the astral travel set. I've got the dream recall set. I did have some chakra sets as well, like each of just the 7 main chakras. But I will be adding more soon as Spirit gives me more ideas and the angels speak more to me in my thoughts, which are never quiet, by the way, because I'm always so busy with my children, but they give me life and they keep me young, so I'm grateful for them and I am blessed with them, even though it gets stressful, but I am blessed in that aspect. I do have to look at it that way with the glass half full, right? So this is my very last lapis lazuli stone right here. I sold a ton of these. I also sold, this is reminding me, I used to sell apophyllite pyramids. Those are gorgeous. Those are a great seller. I used to sell kunzite. Those sold out. This is my last one, so he's about to sell out. There's just so many crystals. Smoky quartz is about to sell out. I've got gorgeous smoky quartz gems, and I'm talking about like triple A grade. I'm talking about the smoky quartz stones that were back in the 80s and early 90s. And yes, I am an 80s baby. I am getting old, 84 to be exact. But I about 3 smoky quartz gems that were just really, really authentic and genuine. I've got to do a video on them. I got a ton of crystals in my shop, and I'm really grateful to be guided, honestly, to do this healing work on my healing path. Because, you know, crystal energies, they're so much more than just beautiful. I mean, they really, really bring in, the white light vibes and just a whole ton of healing. And there's just so many properties, healing properties that comes with each of these. They have their own gifts and they have their own healings, and I'm very grateful in this life to have reconnected to that inner deep part of me. And also Spirit was telling me to talk about shamanism and some shaman crystals, which I have to make a video about, because in a previous life, and I've had many previous lives, I was a high priestess in Italy. I did some divination work, and I found out I also was a a princess in one of my French lives. I was from a really royal family many, many centuries ago. I did some work with the not ascended masters, the masters, teachers, and loved ones, the Akashic records, and I found out through that the bookkeepers and everything, gatekeepers of them. And I also had a past life in Africa with my youngest, my second daughter, Arabella Sky. She was my sister, and she was older than me, and I was told that my mother had so many children that she needed help, and she was overwhelmed. And Arabella, my daughter now in this life, my youngest, my baby, she actually took it upon herself to take care of me in that life. So now it's my turn. It's really cool how karma works and karmic bonds. It's my turn to take care of her and nurture her. We've got such a close bond. And in another French life, I had my son as my son. And I also had my first daughter, which is my second child, Ariel. She was my daughter in that life as well. And I've had lives in India where my mother in that life was actually on my son's father's side in this life, the great-great-grandmother of my son. She was my mother in that life. I'm trying my best to explain this, being so exhausted. And I've gotten the blessing to know her for a short time in this life, but she has opened me up and expanded my third eye and just taught me so much in that little time that she was in my life, and I'm so grateful to have reconnected with her. And then later on, after she passed, to find out that she really passed her gifts on to me, because she was a divination reader and divination specialist and tarot reader in my Indian life. And she was a single mom in that life, and I was the only child. I had no siblings, and I would watch her. I remember the vision that I had when I connected with the Akashic records. I remember watching her as my mother in that life. She laid out a beautiful spread cloth, more beautiful than this. You know, I was in India, so they hand make such beautiful cloths and materials, clothing, everything. And just remember sitting there and watching people coming in and out of like a house, very small house, almost like a hut. It was many centuries ago, and just watching her earn a living, helping, healing, guiding others through her divination and tarot work. I also did runes in an Egyptian life, and in a French life, and in my Indian life. I already said, yeah, I was a high priestess in my Italian life, and trying to think if I left, and yes, I left 2 lives out here that I got in touch with some readings and the Akashic records. A Native American life where I was a medicine woman, a shaman woman, and I dealt with a lot of herbs and crystals and just herbal healings and medicinal, you know, an herbalist, a shaman in my life back then. And then I had another life in Jerusalem, actually, which I've always connected so deeply with, wanting to go to the Dead Sea in Israel, and I had a life there. as well. And in all these lives, I have my gifts, my divination gifts, whether it's with reading crystal balls or, you know, rune readings or crystal readings, and, you know, just throwing stones down. There was a life where it wasn't even rune stones, it was something different. And there's not even a name for it. I mean, there might be, who knows. And it was just like throwing down these stones and just reading for people. And I was being told in the Akashic record reading that I would throw down the stones. And I don't like throwing down crystals in this life because I feel like that disrespects them. And I treat them like they're my family, you know, like I love them so much. But in that life, it's like, here, pretend like this is a crystal and this is a leaf, so it's gonna flail. So I would just like, here, like throw this one down. Oops, hold on. I just accidentally knocked over the oil. I would go like this and just like throw them down, and then like just say this is the crystal that I threw down, and then it landed a certain way, right side up, or a certain direction, whether it's an elemental direction, you know, north, south, east, west. And I would read people's health conditions and what's to come to them, and before they got sick, even when they were sick with, you know, ailments that they needed to fight or get over or heal from, I would tell them how to heal, or I would tell them what was coming. I would foresee it in my third eye. It was so interesting. I loved seeing that, and I would help a lot of people, and a lot of the townspeople would come to me because I was a healer and a light worker and an empath in that life. And I've gathered, see, we all gather our gifts from other previous lives, and some of us are just starting out in our journeys, and then some of us, you know, like me and so many other light workers and spiritual people like Pleiadians, I mean, just so many shamans have went through so many different lives to where it's like there's schools of learning, like after we pass away. And I know I'm talking about a lot of this in this video, and it's supposed to be strictly a crystal video, but I just feel like since this is coming out, Spirit's guiding me to say it. But like after you pass away, you're not dead. And this is not just my belief, it is a belief, but I've read and researched a lot about it. And not only that, but I've experienced some, you know, some deep spiritual pathways, and it's hard for me to express it, but I have visions, and I have visions in my clairvoyant sense where when you pass away, and I've read about this as well, that there's different schools and different levels depending on where your soul, like, okay, like just say if someone's going through like an abusive relationship and they never get out of it, right? And that's a cycle, and it's like they just kept going and going, and I don't know whether if they expected different results or whatnot, but they just stayed in it, you know what I mean? Because they were comfortable or codependent. That would be more of like a lower school that like after you pass away, it's kind of like the beginning. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, and I'm very, very tired, and I know I keep repeating myself, but it's like you have different schools after you pass away that you still have to go through and learn, and then you can pick and choose whether you want to reincarnate or not. And then also another thing is, I was told, or what I've heard and what I've read before, is that you choose your family members and who you get to reincarnate with. And this is like what is the word I'm looking for? It's like a contradiction, because, okay, and this should be a whole other video for a whole other day, but knowing me, I'm just going to talk. Okay, so we can choose, this is one side of it, we can choose who we want to reincarnate with and everything. And then people are like, how did I choose this life if I'm going through it and it's so rough and I'm suffering, or this person, that person, who I was supposed to love and trust, keep betraying me. And that's where the contradiction is, because it's like, it's true. Did I pick and choose to reincarnate with these people? And probably yes, because you have to learn certain lessons in different lives to grow and on your soul growth. Or the other contradiction, the other side of this is, if This is what I've been told in Akashic records from someone named Virginia Corbello, actually, in Maitland, Florida. She foresaw something a long time ago for me, saying that like I had servants in one of my French lives, and she said something about, I mean, I don't know if it was true or not, about maybe I didn't treat them the best way, but I know that that's not how my soul or my spirit like was. So I didn't know if it was true or not. So now in this life I'm paying back for it. And that's another video that I need to do, is it's called Karmic Retribution. I have that reading in my shop. It's like if you go through a lot of suffrage and a lot of things in life, even the dark night of the soul phase, and just much more suffering than other people that you know, and you really are going through it, it's like you pay it back. And the reading tells like why you're going through it, why you're paying it back, why you're experiencing things. And I'm rambling now, but I will do videos. I will do more videos about all of this that I'm talking about. I will do videos about my belief systems and how far I've come, and how I've, what is the word I'm looking for here? Converted my belief systems and adapted and took from each belief system, or even religion, if you will, and created my own, because that's allowed. You can do that. I mean, it's free will. You know, as a human being on planet, like, we have free will. We have free will to choose what we believe in. You know, we really do. So, I hope you enjoyed this video of my gemstones and my crystals. I will be doing another one very, very soon. And I appreciate you watching. Love, light, and blessed be.